Hello, beautifuls. My name is Quavia. Welcome to JuJu Thyme. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And if you have been with me for quite some time now, I say, hey, how have you been? What's going on? In today's video, I have an Afro Folktale for you. I'm really excited about this one because this one has been on my mind for quite some time now. And I kept thinking about it and being called to just revisit it. And so I thought, you know what? I'll bring you along with me and we can revisit this tale together. So, yeah, here we are. So, this tale comes from the Hoodoo Book of Flowers by author Flowers. I have spoken about this book before, of how much I adore this book, love this book, of how much I love the wisdom in this book. And so, yeah, I can't, what more can I say? What more can I say about it except here we are again revisiting it because once again, just intuitively, something was calling me to revisit it, like I said. So, anyway, let's get started with this tale. There's no specific title for this tale, so we're going to call this tale Wagadu, and we'll get into more about that a little later. But anyway, so here we go. Oh, and I hope you enjoy it, by the way. I forgot to say that. I hope you enjoy the tale as much as I do. So, alrighty. You can tell it's been a while since I've been on camera, so excuse the awkwardness, but it will get normal. It will get normal again, I promise. I mean, I don't know if I was ever normal on camera, but I feel you guys appreciate it. I hope you do. Anyway. Oh, and lastly, for any mispronunciations, I am so sorry. I'm going to try my damnedest, okay? But yeah, just bear with me, okay? So, here we go. Wagadu. Gassier. One of the 7 sons of Fasa and a warrior born, wanted his father's shield. But the diviners told him, you will never get his shield. You will get his loot, and Wagadu will fall. You will not be king. You will be griot. At first dismissive of this curious fate, it began to worry at him, and so Gassier had a lute made and was relieved when he could not make it sing. It has no soul, said the diviners. You must carry it on your back into the next battle. And so he did. And one by one, the 7 sons of Gassier died in that battle, and one by one he carried them home on his back. And one by one, their blood soaked into the lute of Gassier. And on the 7th day, the lute began to sing, a tale of tragedy and elation and sacrifice, the ancient tale of Wagadu. And Gassier finally wept for his sons and the loss of Wagadu, but the rage that had consumed his soul was dissipated, and his spirit was renewed in a vision of Wagadu only he could see. And Gassier sang again and again the tale of Wagadu's fall, of the 4 gates of Wagadu that live forever in the songs of Gassier the griot. For the heart sees what the eyes do not, and Wagadu lives again and again in the dreams of newborns. Hear the clash of spears against the dream shields of Wagadu. Listen to her songs, her tales. Know her spirit. Know when destroyed, she returns in power. 4 times Wagadu will fall, of vanity, dishonesty, greed, and discord. From vanity will come the griot song, from dishonesty, riches, from greed, a vision, from discord, a new world. In each and every soul, Wagadu will be found. So that is the tale. that has been on my mind basically for the past, actually, I would say a few good weeks, So first off, Wagadu. What's up with it? What is that? So Wagadu is the Soninke. I'm most likely butchering the name of these people, which again, apologies and bear with me for the pronunciations. But yeah, so Wagadu is the Soninke's name for the Ghana Empire. And there are written references to the empire being called Wagadu by its rulers, and that Ghana was actually the name of the title of the rulers. But what I also find very interesting is that also in the old traditions of the Soninke people, I believe, that there was a goddess named Wagadu. So is there a connection? I don't know. Maybe not, maybe so, but that's beyond me. I just find that little bit of knowledge just very fascinating. But this tale, there's so many things about it that I don't know, I absolutely loved. I mean, I definitely have said this many, many times before, but if you don't already have the Hoodoo Book of Flowers, I mean, it is a wonderful book of wisdom, and the wisdom that Mr. Flowers talks about in this chapter. It's very thought-provoking, and it's beautiful, and at least for me, I had to take a second to read it and read it again, because it talks about a very in-depth and oftentimes difficult thing to talk about. So get the book and you can, get into the aspect of this tale that he goes over and he talks about. The things that I absolutely loved about this tale is just, there's so many just little things that I absolutely just adore. Like, for example, I love the numerology. We have the number 7 coming up a lot, which is usually connected to wisdom, divine knowledge, even teachers, and in this aspect. We also have like the number 4 coming up, which is like order and structure, and things of this nature. So I love that. But I also love in this tale when, the diviners, Garcia wanted to take up the shield like his father, but the diviners were like, nah, like you're gonna be a griot, which is it's actually, to keep it simple, a griot is like a storyteller, right? There's ancient knowledge. It's a calling of an individual that sing the songs, write the tales of the history and the people and its rulers. And they're just, not just, but they are the storytellers that keep the oral tradition alive. And I absolutely adore that. But his calling was to be a griot, and he was dismissive of it, and even when I find it very interesting that in this tale, when he gets his lute made, right, it doesn't work, and I can imagine like the relief of it not working, as it says, he was relieved when he couldn't make it sing. And just that alone of like having a calling, there's something about having a calling, but yet there's still some journey that needs to be made, that there's some process that needs to be made, that it's not, for some, it's inherent it's given, it's just there, and that's beautiful. But for others, it's something that they have to cultivate and work on. It just screams to me like this aspect of the importance of honing in your craft and practicing, So that aspect of the tale really called to me. And then when the diviners told him like, oh, like it has no soul, and they instructed him of what to do, and the journey that he had to go on to make the lute sing, it involved him carrying on his back his sons. And I just find it very interesting as well that as he's carrying his sons on his back to bring them home from the battle, their blood seeped into the lute. And with the seventh son, the last son, the lute began to sing. And this is definitely going to be something I probably need to talk about on my blog on Substack. So if you are not subscribed to me on there, I definitely would recommend that. But the aspect of blood being a life force, of it being a life force is very interesting. And we see that in many Afro practices, that aspect is involved. Once again, I won't go too much into that, but I just find that very interesting, that it was like this aspect of the tale I just found interesting due to the fact that with the last son, now the lute had a soul. Now there was a song for him to sing, but for him to sing it, though, another thing I found interesting as well, for him to even sing the song, though, the journey wasn't over. Like, yeah, the lute had a soul now, but his rage from, the loss of his home and the loss of his sons, it had to be dissipated, for him to see a new vision, or to be given a vision and to be given this song that he will then sing through the ages. And I just there's something about it. I can't put it into words of why that is like lingering in my mind and, so much, but to release rage, to release sorrow from your soul, to then be able to be given a new vision. I don't know. There's something about that I don't know. I find very, very comforting. And of course, I love the propheticness of the tale as well, of the 4 gates, and that Wagadu will fall 4 times. Kind of vibe. Wait, was it 4 times? Yeah, 4 times Wagadu will fall, and the ways that it will fall, and from the 4th will come a new world. Listen, I'm here for it. I am here for the rise of ancient knowledge, ancient civilizations, ancient power coming back, like a remembrance coming back. I love the part in the dreams of newborns, and hear the clash of spears against the dream shields of Wagadu, listen to her songs, her tales. I don't know, there's something about that just sings to my soul so much. And so, yeah, I just wanted to gush about my love of this tale and what about it that I absolutely adored. And so I really hope that this tale spoke to you or made you think, or just learning something new of an ancient empire, the Ghana Empire that once was or will be again. So anyway, thank you so much, beautifuls, for being here with me. For just like you, I am but staring at the ocean and the cosmos in complete admiration of how much I don't know. But I'm excited that I get to be a student of myself and the world, so I can continue to grow, learn, and just see what else unfolds. So thank you so much for being here with me. And until the next one, truth and love.